Dear friends, welcome to, attention, the most beautiful railway station in the world. May the residents of Antwerp forgive me. This is according to the latest international internet surveys. It is so beautiful that it's even called the Temple Station. I wonder what kind of God it is possible to pray to here. To time. Time, guys. As to time, my friends, I only have 45 minutes to show you one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Dear friends, welcome to Antwerp. Antwerp is the main city of the Belgian region of Flanders, which over the past few years has attracted special attention at the European arena with its aspiration to become an independent state, just like Catalonia in Spain or Scotland in the UK. And this is happening for a very simple reason. Antwerp is a very old and very rich city. I'm telling you, there is something to divide here, gentlemen. This is not a city, but an open-air museum. Rubens and Van Dyck were born here. It is a place where Peter Bruegel Sr. and a dozen other grandees of Flemish painting of the 17th century worked. Galleries, auctions of antique dealers, art workshops and salons simply overflow the city. And if we add one more piquant detail to this, it becomes clear why the Flemish long for independence so much. So I'm revealing the secret. Antwerp is the second largest port in Europe and the world's largest diamond cutting center. This is where we are going to spend the next hour of airtime. And here's our first friendly advice to you. Arriving in Antwerp with your girlfriend, try to do like that. Honey, look, there's an excellent restaurant, and then there are hamburgers, a good store, maybe you look for a pair of new boots. Actually do everything so that she doesn't look here. Antwerp is a city where buyers can be found not only for diamonds worth $1.5 million. There is a unique market. Well, at least I've never seen a similar one anywhere in the world. Here the things of bankrupt people are sold. That is, one day bailiffs come to you, take everything you have and bring here. Then an auction is conducted and anyone can buy them. And what if I'm lucky today? Some Rothschild's granddaughter was broke recently and her Van Gogh has been brought here to be sold for a pittance. I'll go bargaining. Actually, there's no access for unauthorized persons here, but we are not outsiders. We're coming in. Oh, what a touching thing! Oh my God, can you imagine that this could happen to a person when he had to part with such a bear? In my opinion, it's touching. A knife. A sheath knife for cutting papers, covered with ancient runes. Dishes, knives, chess, gambling stuff. Some casino must have been completely broke. Where have you been? Honey, I went to the flea market in the morning. I bought you a tin of foie gras. The Belgian bailiffs are so harsh that they take the last green peas from the bankrupt. Not like where I come from. Here and now, there are 3 official languages, namely Dutch, French, and German. In the meantime, I happen to be in the very center of Antwerp, and this is the pride of the city, its symbol, the Grand Cathedral of Holy Mother, which is 123 meters tall. It's a masterpiece of Flemish Gothic. I've never been able to understand why the most famous and most expensive painting in the world is Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci. If you've been to Paris, you probably noticed that it's just a little bigger than a postcard. Another issue is Rubens. When he was painting his hits, Exaltation of the Holy Cross and Descent from the Cross, now I'll show them to you, he must have spent more than 1 bucket of paint on them. When the paintings of Rubens happened to be in this cathedral, he was little known and a poor artist, but Antwerp is a port city. The flow of people is big, and Rubens, as we say in show business, made it big very fast. That's what it means to make a competent PR move on time. Okay, let's stop talking. Let's go and see what the paintings $1 billion each look like. The monumental canvases by Rubens, the Exaltation of the Holy Cross and the Resurrection of Christ were painted specially for the Antwerp Cathedral. 2 centuries ago, Napoleon captured Belgium, and one of the first of his decrees required to transport both paintings to Paris. After the defeat of the French, the canvases returned to their rightful place and haven't left it since then. A good idea was given to me by a new friend from Antwerp. He gave me a special code which I had to enter to take a bicycle. Local people use cards, but I'm a tourist. It's very simple to take a bicycle in Antwerp. Wait. That's it. 1. We take 1 bicycle. Yes, I did it. Haha! I've managed to do it. Well, that's it. As far as I know from my rare but meticulous visits to Amsterdam, there local people don't really like it when tourists ride tourist bicycles. They believe that tourists are trampling on their national culture. But here in Antwerp, tourists on bicycles are treated with the utmost respect. I would even say benevolently.
Bicycle, bicycle, I want to ride my bicycle.
It's time to go to the Grand Markt Square, amid which is the main farmer market of Antwerp, and we will be guided by one of the most famous chefs, Seppe Nobles, a man who knows everything at this market. Actually, sellers at the market usually put up the best on the counter to show how fertile the soil on which these vegetables grow is. This kind of pumpkin, I think, can only be grown with the help of radiation. Welcome to Antwerp. Thank you, Seppe. Where are we now? We are at the grain market. Here on the left is my restaurant. Every Saturday there is a food market at this place. Here you can find everything, so I suggest you go shopping with me. Seppe, it's an honor for me to go with the #1 cook of the Flemish cuisine. Show me how to buy vegetables at this market, and if you need help in the form of an intelligent Russian, I'm ready. Great, then I suggest buying food from which we can make lunch. Those will be vegetables and wild salmon. This is my favorite market. Here all products are farm, all just from the garden. The essence of my kitchen is to use only seasonal vegetables. It is very important for me. Seppe, let's buy. Okay, it's awesome. Also, pay attention to how high-tech the counter is. If we go around behind it now, we'll make sure that all this is located inside a big refrigerator. Then the sellers lower these doors and take the products away, probably to the warehouse. And maybe this refrigerator serves as a warehouse? Let's go. We will buy several kinds of mushrooms, white and red radishes, and carrots. And a typical Belgian product that you won't find anywhere else in the world, only grown in Belgium. It's chicory. And how about bargaining, or the prices are written here and that's it? We have fixed prices here. Vendors buy all these goods at the exchange, and it is there that the price of the product is set. It can fluctuate every day, but it is fixed at the market. So we bought all the vegetables that we need. This doesn't mean that I'm a vegetarian. I really love meat and fish. By the way, I also buy fish exclusively from the North Sea. This is, by the way, a very correct European idea to use only local products. Thus they not only achieve freshness but also protect the planet. If you don't transport products for a long distance, then you don't spend fuel, you don't burn oxygen. In Russia we don't understand such problems yet. Give me a salmon fillet, please. I buy the fillet because I want to cook it very quickly, and it will be almost raw. €12.80 for such a piece of salmon. It's more expensive than in Moscow, but still, it's super fresh. For me, the price is not important. I'd better buy a more expensive product, but the main thing is its high quality. It's important for me that the fish is really from the sea, and it hasn't been grown on a fish farm. Well, it's time for me to go to my restaurant. You can walk here by yourself. You'll see a lot of interesting things, and then I'm waiting for you at my place. I'll show you my garden right on the roof of the restaurant, and we'll cook our lunch. Thank you. See you in the afternoon. Let me remind you, Antwerp is the capital of Flanders, passionately wishing to secede from Belgium. So they try to emphasize the differences from everything connected with Brussels, even at the market here. Hello. Could you please explain the difference between the Antwerp waffle and the Brussels one to me? Antwerp waffles are on sticks. Oh, on a stick. And Brussels ones are without a stick inside, right? What a huge difference. Can I have one? Would you like a warm one? Yes, of course, a warm waffle. €2. €2, and can I pay in rubles? I'm just kidding. Is this real Belgian chocolate? Yes, this one with orange. Can I try one? Yes. Is it free? Thank you. What a kind gentleman. He allowed me to try a piece of real Belgian chocolate for free. Here you are. Thank you, sir. When you try something for the first time in your life, you should make a wish. I want to come back here again. It's not warm, it's hot. And here's the first completely practical piece of advice to you. If you suddenly turn out to be broke in Antwerp, well, you never know, and you want to eat, go boldly to the market. Here, sellers exhibit samples of their products. Nobody limits you. Eat as much as you want. In Antwerp, it's impossible to die from hunger. Excuse me? Oh, thanks. I like this European tradition a lot. I haven't bought anything yet, I'm just standing here, and even if you're just a nice person like me, you're already treated. I think this is hummus. Oh, I can't tell you exactly, friends, the composition of this paste, which is smeared over this wonderful and freshest farmer bread, but it's something very delicious. Thank you, sir. I would like to buy something. If I just keep standing here for about 10 minutes, I'll gain about 15 kilograms. It's very tasty. Are you Italians? I'm Moroccan. Oh, Moroccans. Moroccans are excellent guys. Where are you from? I'm from Russia. From Moscow. It's a stunning atmosphere here. Try this feta cheese with mango. Feta cheese. Fettuccine. From Morocco with love. Yeah, thanks. Hummus, hummus, come up here. This is for you from Belgium to Russia. Thank you, sir, thank you. My friends, I officially announce that Antwerp takes the first place in my personal hit parade in the sense of the number of gifts. These must be the weightiest, and actually it's time to visit Morocco. If here in Antwerp I was given, in general, a breakfast, a lunch and a dinner for a week, then in Morocco, considering my inhuman charm, I expect to receive a camel and a harem as a gift. The $50 rating. Now you're going to watch our traditional section, What Can I Buy for $50 at a Single Market, turn into the section, What Can I Buy for $50 to Make a Real Antwerp Beauty Fancy Me? Hello.
Hello.
Alexander, what's your name?
Karen.
Karen, what flowers could you advise me to give to a real resident of Antwerp to please her?
These.
Oh, chamomile. Sunflowers, yes. What flowers do you give here in Antwerp to show your girlfriend, well, I won't say love, but affection? And what's this? What's this?
Alstroemeria.
Alstroemeria. I'll take this. Can you put them together in one big bunch from all this?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. By the way, if you have ever happened to buy flowers within the Garden Ring Road in Moscow, and have come to the Antwerp flower market after that, you will clearly feel the difference between fresh flowers and the flowers which, to put it mildly, have been traveling to Moscow for a week. Fresh flowers have a scent, even roses, even this wonderful decorative mesereum. Well, and tulips, of course. Amsterdam is near, so the tulips, I think. As far as I understand, these are orchids. They are in cones. It's beautiful, too. Well, orchids are trite. This is from the arsenal of oligarchs of the late 90s. It's very beautiful. Well, listen, yes, it's very good. How much?
14 euros.
14. 14 euros for a bunch of beautiful wildflowers from childhood. Good afternoon. What an amazing collection of chocolate you have. How would I say it? Well, a little of all Belgian chocolates.
A small box?
Well, a middle-sized, middle box.
Okay.
Assorted, so to say. How much?
14 euros.
14 euros for the flowers, 14 euros for the sweets. It's a magic number. It's a great gift for February 14. St. Valentine's Day. It's so nice. Flowers and chocolate and fruit make a classic set of a womanizer at the international level. So for a $50 equivalent in euros, I bought strawberries, currants, raspberries, blueberries, a big bunch of flowers, and a chocolate supply for a week. I've come to the conclusion that courting girls in Antwerp is much cheaper than in Moscow. It's time to go to the restaurant of my friend Seppe, a recognized master of Flemish cuisine. The reason why we didn't buy herbs and spices at the market is that I have my garden on the roof of the restaurant. My kindergarten. I like to play here. I have more than 100 varieties of herbs. The atmosphere is magical here. It's so right, my friends, to grow herbs for spices for the restaurant directly on the roof. This is Thai basil. I often use it. Actually, I have herbs from all over the world here. And here it is, look, clover, but it tastes like sorrel. It has a very refreshing taste. It's very fresh. Can be fresher because it's right off the garden patch. And where do you take the seeds for your plants? The quality of the seeds is very important. And I surf, for example, the internet or buy from local farmers. This Thai basil must be of very good quality because it grows directly under the sun, and if the seeds are bad, it will just wither. And there is different soil in my every so-called garden patch, so that the herbs grow better. Do you have a special education to cultivate all this? No, I can tell you that the work of the chef is very hard. We work for 15 hours in the kitchen, and when you go up on the roof in the evening after this day, it helps you relax a lot. I'm not a botanist, but I really like it. I am a self-taught person, and this is my passion. Oh, I see. And many people use only leaves, but I use everything, stems too, and flowers. The flower which I hold in my hands used to have one smell, then I rubbed it, and the smell has changed. It has become even more magical. Can I eat this? Of course. Actually, I have a lot of interesting stuff here. Here is chili, for example. Let's take a few. In fact, I have whole plantations outside the city where I grow herbs and experiment with them. And I have a very interesting plant in this pot. I take off the cover only at night, so it grows only in the moonlight. Some fabulous things are going on here, and many thanks to my partner for not treating me with chili, just for a joke. We are like two bees here. We're feeding on flowers. Well, now that you mentioned it, I have a couple of hives with bees below. Come on, I'll show you. Are there bees too? It's fantastic! And what about the environmental situation? Bees are in the center of a large industrial city. Since we're in the very center, there are no cars here, and there are no exhaust gases, so the ecology is perfect. And I have many flowers growing without pesticides here, so honey is the purest. Look at this honey. Almost everything is filled with it. You can try, just be careful. It's delicious. Pay attention, by the way, to how diligent Antwerp bees are. We've made a hole, and they're already working to fill in this hole somehow, because we've done slight damage to these stalks. Well, and it's time for you and me to start cooking the dishes for which we bought vegetables and fish at the market. It's immediately evident that we are in a very fashionable and very conceptual place. This can be seen even judging by my apron, which I'd wear even off work. There is surgical purity here, and the European accuracy is felt in everything. So what are the rebels of the Flemish cuisine? We, rebels, want to revive simple dishes. It's such a culinary renaissance, and at the same time, it's ultra-modern. We make high cuisine at an affordable price. The dish that we're going to prepare now probably belongs to this new Flemish school. I wanted to say painting. Cooking. Yes, exactly. I experiment a lot with dishes from vegetables. I may not use meat or fish at all in order to cook a substantial meal. And since I buy everything from farmers, my restaurant even has the status of a vegetable one. Seppe, stop talking, let's start cooking. If you need any help, I'm ready. I can wash the dishes or clean the vegetables. Okay, it's great. We'll begin with preparing the marinade. Let's caramelize sugar. Yeah, we're caramelizing sugar. As far as I understand now, sugar is being poured out into a saucepan and heated on fire, but it's done in about the same way by most cooks. Whatever cuisine they represent, he poured out vinegar from white wine and diluted it with water. Now all this will be boiled down. This is a sauce, isn't it? Yes, I'll make one marinade for fish and another for vegetables. As far as I understand the processes, he's adding sugar to the mixture of vinegar and water. In another saucepan, sugar has already been melted and turned into syrup. And this is, what is it? Chili. Ah, chili pepper. As far as I know, yes. Throw it into vinegar. And here's caramel. 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 Caramel is ready. We add balsamic. Balsamic is always balsamic. That's it. Soy. Soy sauce. There's soy sauce in all countries. Wow, and the soy sauce is also a bottle. So abundant, and all this is boiling then. Yeah. Then Seppe added some zest and lime juice, ginger and lemongrass to the sauce with balsamic, and some juniper was added to the marinade with vinegar. And voila, 2 sauces are ready. Further, the recognized king of Flemish cuisine salted and peppered salmon and fried it lightly. He did it without oil. We get down to vegetables. First, Seppe entrusted me to peel the white radish and then grate it with a special grater. Carrots and onions went in next. Then Seppe poured white sauce with balsamic onto the ready fish. Then we mixed mascarpone cheese with red pepper and honey, and with a slight movement of his hand, all this turned into vegetable rolls. Meanwhile, radish and mushrooms were being marinated in another saucepan, and now the dish is ready. Just now, my friends, you've seen what the representatives of the new culinary trend Flemish rebels are capable of. In my opinion, it was brilliant. Alexander, I ask you to be honest. If you do not like it, tell me about it. It's fantastic! Let me give you a hug. Thank you, and welcome. Thank you. How easily and quickly did Seppe prepare his wonderful dishes? I'll go back to Moscow and will try to repeat it for sure. Why am I not a rebel in my own kitchen? But it'll be at home. And now it's time to sum up. Let's go through the rules of behavior in the markets of Antwerp. The first rule: diamonds which are sold here suit every pocket. That is, literally, it's a paradise for those who are in love. It's real to buy a ring with a real stone for 50 euros. The second rule: when planning your trip to Antwerp, try to come here on Friday. Then you will go to the market where the goods of people who have gone bankrupt are sold. The third rule: if you turned out to be broke and hungry in Antwerp, boldly go to the market of Grand Markt. Their sellers expose whole plates of edible samples of their products. You can eat as much as you want and no one will stop you. The fourth rule: they don't bargain here. Sellers did this for you when they bought their goods at the stock exchange, and the prices for all products are fixed. Well, the last one: be kind, cheerful, and open. Here it is appreciated like nowhere else. Thank you for your attention. What a wonderful day I've had today. There's no doubt that after this trip, I will become an ardent lover of Flanders. And I advise you, if you're in Belgium, to allow a couple of days for Antwerp. You won't regret, and the Flemish will be pleased too. Have you ever heard Kalinka, which is performed with a real mellow chime? Listen to this. Put me to sleep. This is Antwerp bidding farewell to us. When going here, dear friends, don't forget to take an umbrella, sunglasses, a warm jacket and shorts with you. All this can come in handy one day. because the weather changes every 15 seconds here. Antwerp is a city for people with a keen sense of style. They will like everything here: architecture, shops, restaurants, people, and the atmosphere. It's just impossible to go out to the street in track pants. Well, or it should be very fashionable track pants. At this moment, millions of people are buying and selling something somewhere, which means I need to go there. Alexander Pranikov, the World Market Show from Antwerp, and the best of luck to you.